Hi, my name's Lou, and I've had quite a journey, particularly in the last sort of 25, 30 years of my life. I now call myself a survivor of the mental health system, and also I'm a survivor of domestic abuse as well. And I also support family members with severe learning difficulties and also mental health needs as well. And I guess one of the reasons I was drawn to come and join have an opportunity to join the Hub was because I felt it was a really, really good, positive space within which to help, to work together with other people with lived experience, and also to help the students become better social workers that were much more aware, not just of things on the micro level, but also the macro level. I've also worked within some areas of mental health, and also with the work with my family members. You kind of get involved in this world at the moment with much more of the bigger picture, with commissioning, with funding, with all these kind of things, which can go right up to quite a political level, right down to how people need support to actually just try to gain an understanding of the world. So really, with a driver with the Hub is to try and encourage students to, alongside the staff of course, to develop the gravitas and leadership skills that they can actually harness both in the university and placement and future roles, to actually become better advocates and actually sometimes really create things that are challenging to them and challenging to the workplace that people actually need. So it's as simple as that, really. And I guess also one of the other reasons I was drawn to actually become involved and give something back was the fact that I noticed when I've been a patient on inpatient units, I've noticed that some people have no family that visit, have no friends, have nobody visiting, and actually, you know, it's difficult enough when you do have a supportive family and friends, but when you don't, that was one of the drivers that I thought I really want to try and help people. So hopefully, with all these things together, the Hub will enable all of the students to become even better social workers.
I joined the Hub for two reasons, really. The first had much to do with my grandmother. My grandmother always said that I had an obligation to put something back into the community which I serve and which serves me. And so it was when I got the opportunity to join the Hub, I grabbed it. I thought that I could make a difference. I thought I could put something back. But I was always also motivated by the fact that my experience with social workers was not a very positive one. I had encountered some social workers who failed to do their jobs properly, who had little or no respect for me or my mother, and who sometimes I felt, well, that they didn't really care. It wasn't about me, it was about them. It was about coming in and prescribing for me, not listening to what I had to say, not even thinking that I had a right to an opinion, and who often saw me as an appendage to my mother, not having any rights of my own. And so it was that I thought I would come to the Hub, see what it was all about, and wherever I could, make an input into the training of social workers, so that in the end, I suppose it's pretty arrogant of me, but I just thought that, well, perhaps we could turn out some pretty good social workers who were more learned, social workers who were better informed. Of course, I came to realization that it wasn't that we were turning out poor social workers here, but it was something about how they were influenced once they went back into the community. And that's why I'm here.
I am here really to give my experiences, my life experiences, my personal life as well as my work experiences, to trainee social workers so that they can also make a big difference to people's lives. And hence I'm here. I've met some very nice people around who have been supportive, and I like to think I can support them. And I think that's really what social work is about, being able to give a good service, but to be supportive and work with people within their own rights, and to give respect, really, which has always been my thing about social workers. Give respect, because the only way to give respect, to gain respect, is to give it and treat people for who they are at the end of the day. So that's why I'm here.
My name's Karen, and I joined the Hub because I was invited to. I just wanted to talk a little bit about partnership and communication. I find it really important about teaching the students about active listening and recording and learning together and working together, respecting the knowledge that I have, even if it's different from your own, and the trust and communication in the language you use is in layman's terms so that I can understand it. And also about person-centred planning, to treat everyone as an individual. Although we all may have the same diagnosis, everyone needs, our needs and wants will be very different, and we can't fit everyone inside one box. We need to think outside of the box. And also about, when you're out there working, is taking care of yourself so that you're not going to burn out.
I joined the Hub probably because I was asked to, following my involvement working as an advocate. It is actually, I think it's beneficial on all counts. I think it's very much a two-way process. And that's what I feel quite strongly, that the social workers need to be encouraged to understand that they can go out there and they have what they need. It's for them to find out what the people they're working with have to offer to enable themselves to move forward. Because the advocacy role really taught me that a number of times people said they'd never been listened to before. And I think it's very key, and I think this is something that the students here, if they can just realise they don't have to know everything and be able to do everything, they just have to regard people as people, and they've got it. And I think overall, it's being a member of the Hub has offered me a lot, and I hope that the attitude that I'm prepared to put forward is useful to the students as well.
There's a need and also great value in students to hear the authentic voice of family carers and service users. This enables them to be prepared, fully prepared, for the reality of the encounters with the people that they will be eventually serving. Also, to work in partnership with family carers and service users, this enhances the education of students and the best possible outcomes for the public. And also, together we can change things that can be changed for the better. And also this, due to the lobbying actually of family carers and social and service users over the years, it is now actually essential for course validation that this is part of what the education of students should be. So we are very, very, very glad that this happens, and our role is to make sure that that authentic voice is there for students to hear, and so we can have good conversations about it.
Hello, I'm Jill. I've just joined the Hub group, and today I want to tell you how much I value the social worker. I've had the best support in times of real need. My husband had just died, and my son with learning difficulties and challenging behaviour was living at home. I've had excellent support, a listening ear, understanding, and now a superb placement for my son. My social worker was great, supporting the best interest of both client and carer. Thank you.